Now, I usually I try not to make videos, but I do. But this video, I'm making videos because I might get hit by a damn truck tomorrow. God forbid, but it just might happen. So I have to put certain thoughts out in the stratosphere, out in the atmosphere. And, I just want to, for Duncan and just continuously talking about the days, not in back in the days, but as of right now too, but with the days back in the days incorporated into my rambling, if you will. Um, I find it quite interesting that, when we were growing up down Duncan, uh, cats was be put some cats was being put on punishment, especially myself, which I'm really not trying to glorify at this point, but nevertheless that was the case. And we had video games and games in general, a lot of games, football games and things that kids are doing to this day. But the reason why my mother would put us on punishment is because she would put me on punishment is because she would take outside away from me. Being outside, kids. She the video games were for rainy days and snow days and or basically when you were on punishment, my mother never took the video games away. I could play video games, I could play my football, I could use my football field, indoor football field that we had. It was a game, electric. And I could do that. And because she knew she took the number one thing away from me, which was to be outside. You kids, not getting on y'all, not trying to, belittle any of you kids, but still, nevertheless, the truth is the truth. Shit, you know? But you little munchkins, parents are, you know, cutting you off inside. You're inside because you want to be. You're trapping yourself inside. We knew that the whole world and better things besides the video games was outside. It was outside of our house. We had fun things going on inside the house, but we knew that the best of our world was outside of the house. You guys think, or you guys have come to the conclusion, you little munchkins, that the best of your world is inside the house. And your mother would tell you to go outside to prevent you from being inside as punishment. Wow. Wow. Definitely cliche ish. Times have changed. So, yeah, I'm just bringing that shit out right there. Just bringing that out uh, because it definitely needs to be said. It needs to be recorded. It needs to be stated as something of a paradigm shift. As something that was monumental. Something that we that was very important that we recognize that has changed. You know. So definitely had to talk about that. And you know, uh, the reunion is coming up again. I believe it's the 11th and the 12th, something like that, or the 12th of August. And I'm sure it's hopefully I'll be there. Okay, uh, there's nothing wrong with me in any regard in that regard, but you know, scheduling and things of that nature. You know how these things go. Uh, but listen, man. I've been a few places, and what I'm saying to y'all is this, man. For the cats who just like sometimes wants to, kind of eschew or not recognize where they come from. Chilltown JC Duncan projects. I think that's just a mistake. I think being a lot of places, I think that there's a time for certain experiences as people who come from Duncan may have experienced in the world, and you develop these different characteristics and they serve their purpose. But with the essence, to try to completely, you know, uh, disregard it or try to completely forget it. I think that's a terrible mistake. I mean, that's 60% of you. You know, regardless of how it looks, how saying you grew up in the projects. You know, I'm not glorifying the project life, but I'm not denouncing it. It's fantastic. As a kid, I didn't probably want to be anywhere else. I didn't know anywhere else until I got to college, and then I started seeing, and I still wanted to be down there. The myriad of experiences and personalities that we dealt with down there was absolutely beneficial to all of us who really understood it going forward as adults right now. So with the reunion coming, you know, let's just continuously be Chill Town. That's at Duncan Projects, man. You know, that's something that's proud we should be proud of, and I know I probably don't need to say it to most of you, but definitely it needs to be said and recorded and understood as a paradigm shift and as a very important moment that we should recognize and understand and embrace for sure. Uh, Big Head Willie Blue with Fat Sean. You know, if you guys ever see this video, you know I love you guys. James McKnight, Farron Mumford, Tony Mumford. You know the brothers Lance, uh, Joey Time, Wimpy B, Grand Wizard Tashin, Mr. Triz, Troy Presley, DJ Rondell, DJ Miko, DJ Kaz, Five Builders Finest, Tony Beeves, Six Building. Finally got him to move down Duncan for shout. That was all B for real. I talked that dude into coming down Duncan to sold him on that sucker, boy. That's why I knew I was a salesman as well. uh, Countless others. Uh, Mello C, John Paler, Spark, uh, Rodney Smallwood, Cash Key, Riz, uh, Eddie Warren. Uh, Listen, man, Ernest Smalls, Bobby Smalls. Got a problem with you, Bobby. Not gonna put it on air, but for sure, I'm still around. Me and Clarence, we gotta holler at you. Shaquem, you know, and God bless my dude, Puka Dean James Allen. Miss him. What a fantastic athlete, fantastic person. These things happened in our projects. You know, we lost a lot of soldiers. Gordy Moore, Junior Gosher, Phil Ford, Curry Mumford, if you will, James Mumford, Joel Mumford, Cassim Mumford, Jerry Mumford, you know, uh, Kim Mays, Romeo Mays, Charles Mays, Mr. Mays, Walter Mays, Trina Ford, the whole Duncan Park, Lynette Timberlake, Michelle Timberlake, my babies, Deborah Timberlake, Teresa Timberlake, you know, the whole Miss Dot in heaven. But listen, man, if I'm not there, I'm there. Always been there. I got no scripts in my hand. It's not nothing's written down. Regardless, I know it will make sense to some, hopefully most, but if it doesn't, I understand. Peace and love. I'm out. Love you, Duncan. And I love JC.